you guys could probably hear me. I had to restart the computer. Hold on, I'm starting up Discord and everything else that needs to start up with it. Don't panic. My computer froze and I had to restart the thing, so now you have a disembodied voice. Let me get to the correct scene, because we were in the middle of that. Let's see if I can get Discord started. Oh, this sucks. Oh, God. I gotta start all this stuff up. Alright. This time it was a tech issue. Well, not a blooper, but a tech issue. Because, you know, you can't ever predict those, right? Alright, I hope you guys are still with me. Because my messages aren't changing any. Alright, there we go. My windows are opening up. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's the Twitch window. Alright, let me come over here. I hope I was able to get back on in plenty of time before it had to reconnect to another chat. It says I'm streaming. Yep. It says I'm in the green. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I am talking to you. Sometimes I hate my computer. It's supposed to be a new computer. The computer is supposed to behave. The computer is not behaving. The computer is not doing shit. Chat is not disabled for the live stream. What the fuck you mean chat is disabled for the live stream? Chat is not disabled. Get your head out of your ass. I never disable chat. The fuck? Ah! Something hurry up and fucking load. Okay, hang on. Can you, okay, yay! Channel is solely support. Okay, that's me. Yep. The computer froze in case you guys didn't hear me earlier. I'm trying to get some stuff to load so I can continue with the good news this morning. And apparently it's not, everything is trying to load at the same time, so everything is like, or something. So bear with me. Oh, bear with me. Hang in there, y'all. My computer literally freezes once a day. Once a day. It did not need to freaking freeze in the middle of my newscast, but there you go. Freezing in the middle of my newscast. Oh. Still buffering for me. Alright, hang in there. Okay, it says there's 3 on. Maybe now I can get YouTube to start. Alright, hang in there. Oh no, nobody can hear me. No, I didn't break it. My computer froze. It does it at least once a day. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, so let me see. The shit I go through. Swear to God. Alright, there we go. Come on, connect. Yay! Alright, now you guys can see me blipping on and off probably. Hopefully, maybe. Maybe. Can you go? Oh, yay! Everybody can hear me. Okay, my computer decided that it was going to have PMS, and it froze. So I had to restart my computer, and I hate that, because now I have to wait for all my pages to load, and everything else to load, and everything in their brother to load. Yay! Cool. I has my chat back. I gotta get my Twitch chat, just in case somebody popped into Twitch. Oop, there's one person watching on Twitch. Yay, Mezzo Dragon! Thank you! Yep. Let me pop out the chat so I can see everybody talking from everywhere. Mezzo Dragon is on the Twitch side. For those of you that are looking on the YouTube side wondering who I'm talking to, I do not. I am not talking to myself. Promise. I have not gone completely crazy yet. Okay, let me see here. Alright, let's see. Put this over, oh, nope, over here where I had it yesterday. Let me see. Yep, Maddie, everyone survived for the most part. Yay! Mine does the same thing. This new OS is garbage. Yay! All right, cool. Oh, Panina. Is Panina in the chat? Okay, cool. Panina's in the chat. Yay! Hey, Panina. Okay, so here we go. So where was we? Oh, we was with the news. We was doing the news, right? We were talking about Chicago volunteers. Okay, let me see here. So I got to go back up here. Right. And I got to scroll down here and tell it that I was actually reading the news. Blip. And now I got to find the news. I found the news. We have the news. Dun, da, 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 we have the news, which is good news this morning. All right, we have a Meso Dragon in the Twitch chat. We have 20 million people in the other chat. My computer froze, tech issues, catching back up on the past 5 minutes at 2 times speed, which is probably me going, hey, sorry, it froze. I had to restart and having all sorts of problems, and my computer sucks, and yeah. So yeah, there we go. All right. So, where were we? Right. Let me see here. As a proud Chicagoan, Cole is happy but not surprised by the extraordinary response. Chicago reflects who I am, and I have a responsibility to what it is. My mindset is always what's something simple that I can do that I'll have a positive impact on my block and my neighborhood. You don't have to have a law degree to shovel your neighbor's walkway, he continued. Cole's nonprofit, My Block, My Hood, My City, which he runs with only 2 full-time staff and no office space, takes teenagers from underserved communities on educational field trips. He receives thousands of messages offering help from as far as Canada and the UK. Cole calls on people to get out of their own communities to help make Chicago more interconnected. When most people hear about something negative happening in another Chicago community, we especially where people are a lot different from them, it might as well have happened in another country, he says. But when you visit different communities and interact with the residents, it can change all that. So that's cool. Break out the morning buffering. Are we still buffering? Try and restart, Wiki. Try and restart, Wiki. Alright, so let me see here. I'm going to look over here. Pop over here. Yep, because it's not buffering for me. Yay, it's not buffering for me. Oh, yay, 12 people watching. Thank you, 12 people, for coming to my YouTube. And thank you, Meso Dragon, for showing up on Twitch. Much appreciated. The support is always appreciated. I'm going to be, trying to redo the art for my Twitch and making panels and stuff that are more up-to-date over there. That way, including an airing schedule. That way you guys know. For those of you that do not know on YouTube, I am planning between July and December of this year to do nothing but be solely on Twitch. So there is my link if you want to follow me on Twitch. Because I am going to be solely broadcasting by December on Twitch and only uploading edited streams. Tech issues, edited out, any bloopers, edited out, stuff like that is going to be uploaded and archived on YouTube, as well as pre-done content. So, yeah, I'm going to be mainly streaming on Twitch. All right, next one. Cairo butcher offers shelter for children with cancer. All right, let's see. 3 years ago, Cairo butcher Zaza Ogaz decided to do something to help families bringing their children to a nearby cancer hospital. He took an empty apartment in his building, fixed it up with beds and furniture, and offered it free to families who would otherwise have to rent rooms in the neighborhood while their children are having chemotherapy and other treatments. I got the idea because I felt bad after I found people renting apartments or beds to patients for large amounts of money, Ogaz said. So I decided that I would do something for free, and I won't accept donations. Why should people suffer from not only sickness, but also high expenses? The 50-year-old provides meals, which he pays for from the proceeds of his butcher's shop. Families can stay as long as they need. Ogaz refuses to accept donations, saying he is doing charitable work in honor of his late mother and mother-in-law. The entrance hall, children's scooters are parked next to wheelchairs, and a bedroom decorated with cartoons of Winnie the Pooh and Minnie Mouse. Children watch television. Some have traveled with their families from distant parts of Egypt. I came here, and he welcomed me, and I found a place to stay. I told him I am not moving until I am done, said Omisra, a mother whose child is being treated in the hospital. He treats the children very well. He buys gifts and plays with them. Oh, yay! Thrax is over on Twitch site now. Dragons are everywhere. Yay! Alright, so there is the Cairo story. Next one. Get ready for cuteness. The squee is incoming. Blip. Man finds 2 puppies in the desert, then takes them on a 30,000-mile road trip. Heh. Puppers. Who doesn't like puppers? 2 puppies, Sedona and Zeus, are rescued. On December 27th, 2016, Jordan Kahana was road tripping through Arizona on his way to the Grand Canyon when he spotted 2 puppies on the side of the road. Unable to resist, he scooped them up and took them to the nearest veterinarian's office where they were treated for dehydration. It was wild, Kahana, 30, told Today. I knew I wanted to keep them at least for the trip. If I couldn't keep them after, I would find them a loving home when I got back to L.A. Oh, my goodness. Is that... Oh, that... We got to pause for the video. After the commercial, obviously. Alright, got 10 more seconds. Yep, good news always on Fridays. Feel good news on Fridays. And I always try and find one little cute animal thing, so, yep.
You will not believe what I just found in the middle of the road. Guys. Hey, look at you. Oh my God.
Yay! Thank you for following me over on Twitch, Thrax. Oh, goodness, the puppies. Oh. And there you go. Now Kahana and the pups, whom he named Zeus and Sedona, travel around the country together full time. Over the last year, the self-described adventure squad has driven more than 3,000 miles and visited 35 states and parts of Canada. I'm grateful to be living out my wildest dreams and having my 2 dogs with me for the adventure, he said. Oh, those puppies are cute. I quickly switched into dad mode, said Kahana, who's found joy in everyday moments like the time he came home and found a pillowcase ripped to shreds with feathers everywhere. It was too hilarious, and they were too proud of themselves to even be mad. Though it's a mystery how the puppies ended up in the desert, Kahana noted the area is known as a hot spot for abandoned pets. Through a DNA test, he determined that Sedona and Zeus are a mix between German Shepherd and Border Collie breeds. Woo! High-energy puppies. When Zeus and Sedona were puppies, the squad mostly went on day trips and hikes around Southern California. But when Kahana, who's still based in Los Angeles, quit his job as a digital director last May in order to travel more, they embarked on a West Coast National Park loop that took them through Utah, Yellowstone National Park, Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada, and down the Oregon-California coast. Hey, Air Duelist, good morning. The new arrangement required some adjustments for Kahana, who had grown accustomed to traveling alone. Certain places don't allow dogs, so road trips that could have been done on a whim before have to be carefully planned out now. Still, it's great to have companionship, he said. There we go. In addition to their many West Coast excursions, the trio has 2 cross-country trips, Los Angeles to New York City and back twice, under their belts so far. Unsurprisingly, the Chicago native and his 2 pups have made more than a few pit stops in the Windy City through the past year. Aww. Look at them. Shaggy-looking dogs. Oh, my God. They're so shaggy-looking. You just want to ruffle the hair. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm going to give them puppers hugs. These days, Kahana supports himself by freelancing and keeps his travel costs down by crashing with friends whenever he can. He documents everywhere the Adventure Squad goes with pup dates on Instagram and YouTube and hopes to add more international destinations to the group's itinerary soon. Despite the non-stop adventure, the unexpected adoption of the puppies stands out in Kahana's mind. It's super rewarding, he said, and probably my favorite thing going for me right now. And that is the pupper story. Last story. Savannah officer goes above and beyond for local family. Alright, here we go. Random act of kindness has now turned into a strong friendship. Sergeant Casey Sadath of the Savannah Police Department was patrolling a neighborhood during the winter weather break, January, when she saw 3 young girls walking to school in clothes that were too small and not weather appropriate. Sergeant Sadath found out where the girls lived and learned they were living in a home with their 17-year-old sister and grandmother, Ida M. Jones. A few years ago, their mother was tragically killed, so their grandmother is now caring for them. But Jones has her own health issues, and the home had gone without hot water, a stove, and heat for a long time. When Sadath heard their story, she decided to help the family by providing basic needs that were not met, which is something Jones said caught her by surprise, however. Sadath said it's why she chose her career. I kind of got into this to make a difference to at least one person. That is all I can do. My whole career is just to make a difference to one person, a genuine difference, then I know that's my purpose. So far, Sadath has donated some of her daughter's clothes, boxes of food, and other immediate needs. She coordinated with other people and were able to give Jones a new cane, and one local plumber donated and installed a water heater. Sergeant Sadath said this is just the beginning of a long relationship with Jones and her granddaughters. She says she plans to continue helping in any way she can. So, there's a good story about a good cop. Alright, so that's over and done with. I hope you guys enjoyed that feel-good news, because now we have got to move on to other things. Let me see. Oh, no. Let me see. There we go. I always worry about stories like that catching the eye of CPS. Yeah, there's always that worry, but I'm sure with the cop intervening that, to help them to get them back to that point, it'll prevent that. Let me see. How one of them has the same name as your dog. Yes, there are 2 Zeuses. My goodness, my Zeus is not the one and only. You hear that, dog? You don't hear squat. You're lying over there waiting to play fetch. Oh, figures. Alright, here we go. Do-do-do-do-do.
And just one more thing. On your trip back, I'd like you to take the time to learn the Babylon 5 mantra. Ivanova is always right. I will listen to Ivanova. I will not ignore Ivanova's recommendations. Ivanova is God. And, if this ever happens again, Ivanova will personally rip your lungs out. Babylon control out. Civilians. I'm just kidding about that God part. No offense.
Okay, as usual with these things, and yep, now we're having tech issues. Ha ha ha! Love the tech issues. Alright, here we go. Let me go over here. Blip! Okay. Alright, deferring the dream, which somehow wound up being something really weird. Oh God, vidIQ, do you really have to? Do you have to, huh? Alright, here we go. First one. Dolphin Radio did a little parody of Good Morning Hellbound, by the way. I saw you popping in. Dolphin Radio did a parody sort of imitating Ranting Monkey. He's talking a little bit about DACA, brief overview of the DACA program. From the perspective of a speculative porpoise with a specific purpose. Gotta love it with him and the way that he deuces Zeus's. Yep. So that's the first one today. The second one is I'm Alex. Crazed fan breaks into YouTuber's home. He goes into the story and delves a little bit deeper as to, some of the concerns a lot of us YouTubers have. It is a very interesting story that he talks about and comments on. Dade. One thing I've helped people do in regards to bumping up views, I've gone to their playlist and let it run while I sleep. That always works. Alright, next one. Now this, Lies to Push Gun Control by James Alsop. He goes through the latest Now This video where the guy is doing slam poetry and completely blows the overblown stats the guy is using out of the water. So, there is that, and it was a really interesting video to watch, so don't miss that one. And last but not least, Thorn has another creepypasta for us titled Why I Don't Go Fishing Anymore. It's short, it's sweet, and her voice lends very well to the ambiance music that she has and the video that she has playing while she reads the short story. So please go over there, show her some support, and listen to the creepypasta story. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Those are the recommended videos for the day. And for those of you over there in Twitch, I am going to paste these in the chat for you guys. I do watch these as I am looking up the news for the day. Friday's different, as you can see. Totally different format. I'm reading from articles instead of, doing summaries of the articles. Yep, new creepypasta. Miss Midnight has, Thorn has changed her channel more toward creepypasta. So, and she's really good at reading it because she gives you that feel, that suspense kind of feel, and it's really, really good. Because very few people, in my opinion, can read creepypasta very well. I know Dark Wolf can. I know Optimus has read creepypasta a couple of times. Optimus Christ. Oh my god, he can creep you out. Let me see. Fens has a creepypasta channel where she reads creepypasta and she's not bad at it. But you do have to have a certain air about you. A Helping Hand also uploads from stories that he's read that other people have written for him that are really, really creepy. So, yeah, take a listen to those. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. And now, the part of the show that everybody seems to wait for.
But wait! There's more!
The cancer. Why? Because you people love to torture me. Alright, let me see if I can get this thing to actually look the way I need it to so you guys can see it on screen while I am experiencing the cancer of cancers. Alright, there we go. Now that I have made certain adjustments. Alright, let's see. Over dramatic voice. Yeah. I can't do it like him, of course. I guess you gotta be a guy and have that bass in your voice. As close as I can get is, oh. What would a less gendered world really look like? Gender still matters, but how might our world change if we were all empowered to define it for ourselves? Fucking chaos. Just a guess. Shannon Keating. A BuzzFeed reporter. Yes, this is BuzzFeed. I was in Barcelona celebrating a friend's birthday this past summer when I got kicked out of a gay bar. I was following one of my guy friends into a small, well-lit room crowded with men when I felt someone tug on my shoulder. Morning, Jason. It was the bouncer, smiling and shaking his head. First he said it in Spanish, then English. No women here. Why? I asked him. He didn't seem to want to tell me, even though I knew. This bar is for gays, the bouncer explained after he deposited me outside. I am gay, he said. You are not, he said, confused. I knew what he probably meant. I'm a femish, presenting lesbian, not a gay man. In other words, you're a woman, you fucking twit. But it annoyed me that this person had been tasked with determining who did and who did not appear to meet the binary gender requirements for patronizing this small, unremarkable bar. So if the bar is so unremarkable, why are you bitching about it? Oh, right, SJW. Never mind. So I left, and from then on I saw the signs everywhere, on front doors and inside gay clubs, in Catalan and Spanish and English. Noms noirs, solo chicos, only men. Those signs made me think of how often we're all classified and segregated according to our assumed biological sex. No, honey, it's not an assumed biological sex. It's a biological sex. They don't assume anything. You're born with a dick, you're a biological male. You're born with a twat, you're a biological female. That's the way it works, whether you like it or not. Both within queer spaces and far beyond them. My relationship to womanhood, like practically every other assigned female person, you mean you were born a girl, congratulations, I'd imagine, has always been fraught. Being perceived as a woman or femme means you're subject to anything from garden variety sexism to abuse and assault, only if you tolerate it. Only if you fucking tolerate it. Good morning, G. Bronner. It can be maddening, exhausting, and frightening. Not really. If you're sitting there walking, the fuck is a femish? I don't know, Hundley. I have no fucking clue. And good afternoon, Hundley. I don't know what femish. They keep making up these words. Femish. I mean, is it feminine? Effeminate? There are other words in the English language. You don't have to make them up. And no, you're not assigned female. You're either born a girl or a boy, or through some genetic anomaly, a hermaphrodite. But you're still either a boy or a girl. What? Why did you get... Oh, I gotta fix that over on the Nightbot side. Sorry, Thraxy. I gotta fix that over on the Twitch side. I didn't cut the spam stuff off on the Twitch side, and it kind of timed him out. Gender is assessed, not assigned. Exactly, Mezzo Dragon. But access to Womanhood Club also comes with many pleasures and joys, not least of which is the intimate company of camaraderie of other women. Sometimes the latter can be a balm for the former. I've sought out other women and queer people even more often than usual lately, after reading the stories of the hundreds of female victims of assault and abuse. Right. Male gaze is not assault or abuse. Saying hello and saying that you look very beautiful or that dress brings out the color in your eyes is not fucking sexual harassment or abuse. Oh, you people need to get over it. Who have come forward over the last few months as well as writing one of my own. But even though I've been comforted and inspired by the I'm a Victim Too and Time's Up for Everybody Else movements, I've also been frustrated with how much the biggest gender reckoning in recent memory has been driven by reductive conversations about men versus women, because you have men, women, and intersex. So they're always going to be about men and women, because you have men, women, and intersex. You can be a tomboy, you can be an effeminate male, you can be anything in between, but you're still either a man or a woman, unless you have dysphoria and you start making a transition to the sex that you feel your brain is telling you that you need to be. I don't know how many times I have said this on stream and in videos. Damn, I feel like a broken record. Even though pretty much everyone understands these movements are. Yes, it's the I'm a Victim movement with 2 different hashtags. That's exactly what it is. Or should be about so much more than simplistic battle of the sexes. It can be difficult to articulate the bigger picture, which means that transtrender, finish the word, I know you don't want to because it hurts your fifis, means a transtrender, gender non-conforming, in other words tomboys and such and the like, if you want to actually make sense of this nonsensical bullshit. And male victims of sexual assault and abuse often get left out of the conversation. On the flip side, plenty of women have been adding to the concerned trolling cries of witch hunt in response to the I'm a Victim Too reckoning, while we also saw all too recently that some women, white women, have chosen to support accused sexual assaulters like Donald Trump, she let him do it, and Roy Moore. These people need to get their heads out of their asses. The reckoning can't possibly be a battle of the sexes because we're not all on the same side. Gender and the feminist practice surrounding it has always been more complicated, more messy than that. No, it's only complicated because you made it complicated, because there are only 2 fucking genders. There's 2 biological sexes. You can't make any more of them up. You can't have any more of them. Good morning, straight Sith male. Yep, you walk right into the cancer. You have 2. Count them. 2 sexes, people. 2 sexes. And anomalies called intersex. You have two sexes in the world. 2 sexes in the world. If I had $1 for every sex that was in the world, child, I'd only have $2. I'd only have $2. Not $3.50, not $4, not $72, $2. I had $2. I would have $2. Count it. 2. Yo. 2. I just got a new bot on my Discord that will automatically announce live streams at work like a charm last night. I'll get it further set up with its own channel. Oh, DM me, Jason, and let me know what you're using. Draconith. You walked into me dramatically reading and arguing with cancer. And it's sure to become more complicated still. The world is changing. More and more young people are identifying as transgender, gender non-conforming, or otherwise outside of the gender binary. Since that night in Barcelona, and otherwise known as, we are now confusing an entirely new generation of children who don't know who they are, where they're going, what they're thinking, or if they have two brain cells to rub together in their heads because we've been feeding them with so much nonsense, falsehoods, and anti-science and biological facts that they are offended and everything hurts them. Now I will continue. Since that night in Barcelona, since before that really, I've been thinking about what doing away with gender classification and segregation in certain areas of public life might really look like. Confusing. It would look really fucking confusing. And what, if anything, would breaking down some of those public barriers mean for our own personal relationships with gender? In the United States, our cultural and legal definitions of gender have changed rapidly over the last few years because you people won't shut up. I'm a multi-gendered, no brain, no sense having, science denying motherfucker who is offended about everything. I carry a pacifier, teddy bear, blanket, and portable housing, otherwise known as a tent, everywhere I go because every time somebody opens their mouth, I can't take it. If they don't agree with me, I have to go hide. Ugh. These people, I swear to God. See, these are the kind of people that have me repeating that you need to take the safety labels off shit and let natural selection take its course. I see a lot of suicides and Darwinism awards going out in the next 25 years. Me too, Dade. Me too. Me too. I'm a wizard named Harry Pot Smoker. I love that numbskull. Alright, here we go. And I'm going to scroll up for the live stream announcements. And there we go. You gotta be a pain in the ass. No one... Yeah, yeah. You know, I live by one simple philosophy. Okay? One simple philosophy. Is what that person is saying to me, or is what is happening to me at this particular moment, going to kill me, end my life, snub me out? If the answer is no, don't sweat it. Don't sweat the small shit. You can only control yourself in the grand scheme of things. That's the reality. As a parent, we can only do what we can to give our child a moral compass that is going to make them a productive citizen in this world. We have to raise them with certain values, agency. Thank you for following me over there on Twitch, Hunley. We have to raise our kids with self-respect, some sort of self-esteem. We have to teach them to have a thick skin, how to move in this world. Give them a straight moral compass and tell them that they have to be responsible for their actions. This kind of shit right here, this cancer that has been prevalent over the past couple of years, is what happens when you coddle and you shelter your children too much. I was born in 73. I still remember playgrounds with swings with metal chains. I remember when you fell out of the swing or jumped out of the swing, there wasn't those little rubber things down there. There were rocks, sand, shit that would scrape your knee if you fell off the swing or jumped and landed wrong. Same thing for the end of metal slides. I used to drink out of hoses. I mean, you know, looking back now and looking at how they've padded everything and made everything safety something or another. You know, it's amazing I survived my childhood. Mezzo Dragon. Tougher skin might be better than thicker skin, but that might just be semantics. Yeah, I mean, whether it's tougher or thicker skin. But I mean, you've got to realize that offense is taken. Not given, it's taken. So if you take offense to everything people say to you because they're just simply disagreeing with you, Maybe the problem is with you. Maybe the problem is with you. And not anybody else. Free speech is free for everybody. That means we're free to say what we feel like saying, and you are free to disagree with us. Now, you are free to say whatever the hell you want. Doesn't mean we have to agree with you. And it doesn't mean that you're free from the consequences of sticking your foot in your mouth. Yep, nerfed world. Exactly. Definitely. Sarah Lee, playgrounds look so much more boring than when I was a kid. I know, right? Miss T, we're in the deep south. We still have metal slides, metal chains on swings, and rocks on the playground. Exactly. Living in Georgia, yes. And Wiki says nerfed world. I completely agree. Straight Sith male, broken arm, baseball bat to the head, 16 penny nail drill through my arm and a concussion. It's amazing, looking back at all the little safety things that they're sticking now on everything. It's amazing we survived our childhood to make it to adulthood. I mean, I rode my bike without any safety gear. Now, kids have to wear helmets, knee pads, elbow pads, everything just to ride a bike or go rollerblading. I almost said roller skating. I had roller skates. I used to roller skate. Dade Murphy, gun control won't save lives, but internet free speech and a better education system might. Well, I mean, first of all, getting rid of Common Core. Okay? People tend to excel more when they're in a more competitive environment. When you tell everybody that they're going to get a trophy for participation. When you grade on a learning curve that is sickeningly even to the point where it doesn't matter whether somebody has straight A's or somebody's a D student, they're all treated the same, you're not garnering any sense of, self-worth there. This is probably why all these people want to be Demi, Wolf, Quarter, Boy, whatever bullshit. Miss T, I never stuck my foot in my mouth. I swallow that bad puppy. Thorn, aside from one serious anomalous incident, I never really got hurt that badly. Me either. I've had a lot of sprained ankles and I bumped my knees a lot of times. But there you go. Kumite is already started. If he hasn't already started talking yet, he will soon. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Renovations at Reading Ren's channel. Ghost Poo 5:30 on the Sinatra streaming channel. So that link there is going to take you somewhere different. Hellcats at 8 p.m. So don't forget your pizza and beer and nuts. Lords of the Night is being hosted by Scribe at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Night stream at 11:30 p.m. Minions of the Zoo as soon as Lords of the Night is over with. And this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, both on Twitch as well as YouTube, Coffee Talk is going to be taking on the proposed changes for SNAP, otherwise known as the food stamp system in the United States. So please join us for that discussion. Hunley, we would tie a rope to a big-ass tree and swing, as well as hang on for dear life because it was often damn near fatal. Yep. Yes, you missed it, Levi. It starts at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, dear. All right. On that note, my friends, may your coffee ever flow, may your caffeine be ever strong, and may you have a fantastic Friday. Take care, my little coffee nuts.